All right, it looks like it's 1 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and get started with today's Did You Know session. All right, so for today's session, we're going to go ahead and go over Upsell for Kiosk, online ordering, and guest app, which was released on our last version, 5.10. So that was available to you, and we will be expanding on it and showing you what it looks like in each application. So as part of this, we're going to show you how to configure upsell profiles, multiple groups, as well as examples for each kiosk, online ordering, and the guest app. Now, keep in mind that, kiosk in general or all these applications, online ordering, guest app, they all drive up revenue. So whether, a customer is checking out on a kiosk, they'll be able to perform upgrades or upsells, pay 30 cents extra for sour cream, for extra cheese, and things like that, which help grow revenue. Now, upselling is something else that also has tremendously impacted, revenue, which would be, suggestive selling, like, being able to add a dessert or an extra side and things like that to your invoices. So customers having the ability to check out themselves, look at the menu, have on-screen pop-ups definitely drives up revenue. And there's a lot of evidence in the market right now that you can see that upselling and these type of platforms can provide extra revenue to merchants. If you go ahead and Google, kiosk or something like that, you'll probably come up with a Taco Bell, example of how it's helped them grow revenue and things like that. So upselling is a great feature. I encourage you guys to take a look at it and actually try to demo this out to your customers or even customers that have Heartland restaurant already and don't have kiosk. You can show them the importance of these kiosks, and maybe you can add on additional systems as well. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the session. I'm logged into one of my sites here, the Gold's Restaurant. First, I'm going to go ahead and navigate to account menu so we can start and create some upsell profiles. So as you can see, I already have a list of these profiles already generated. We're going to go ahead and review each one of these and why I did it this way. And then we'll go ahead and show you the groups. So first is this one here. So again, as we covered in our last session, you are required to have a name. This one in particular is kiosk dash dessert. So I meant this profile to be part of kiosk, and it's just a dessert profile. So what would you like your message to show for the customer? So I put, would you like a dessert, since this is a dessert-based profile. And again, this is a required. Now, the next step here is selecting your upsell items. So which items do you want to upsell? You can do this in 3 different ways. You can combine them all as well, which will the software neatly put them together. So first up, you have your assigned section. So if you have a menu section called desserts, you're able to input that in this field here. So if I do select desserts, it will populate with the desserts field. It won't go into each individual dessert, but it will have that dessert field. If the customer clicks on it, it'll navigate to the dessert menu section. And you guys can go ahead and choose whether it's a brownie or, churro. Those types of dessert can show up. Next up, you have assigned items, which are individually assigned items. You can go ahead and assign multiple of these. If you go over a certain amount, you will have to scroll down to see them all. So you can do that individually. And then lastly, assign tags. So anything that you tag up will be part of this, upsell profile. So what you can do is maybe you can tag items that have a high return yield. So, if it's, I don't know, a side of rice. That can have a big markup and a lot of profit. So you can go ahead and tag items like that. That will be, high profit items that you can upsell. Or if it's favorite items that you normally have a lot in stock and they really move well, if you want them to continue moving and selling well, you can tag those as well as favorites or something like that. That way, when you're creating your profiles, you can add these tags as suggestive items. Now, the next option here is order missing. So you have two options for this here. So basically, the prompt will appear if it's missing any of the items below, or secondly, if it's missing all of the items before. So you can get really specific here. I normally go with any of the items missing, but if there's a very specific profile that you're looking for to generate, you may want to use the second option, which you can have multiple items. So if you're missing a drink and a dessert, you can have a separate profile to bring those items up. In this particular instance, it's pretty simple. If I don't have a dessert on there, I want this profile to bring up desserts. So again, desserts are missing. I'm gonna show them desserts. That's my first profile here that I've generated. Pretty simple one. Okay, next up, I'll go ahead and show you the next one, which is a simple, again, drinks option. So this one, would you like a drink if there was a drinks missing? And sorry about this here. This is the gold standard, and there is multiple sections here. So this one is just named drinks 3, just so I can tell them apart. So if any of the drinks, if the customer checks out and nothing from the drink section is selected, I am upselling this item. So I just did it for example. So the section drinks will come up if I am missing a drink, or individually you can select those 3 items, whether it's a fountain soda, a tea, a coffee. Those will populate as part of my upselling. Next, I have this extras profile. So this one here, I just named it extras, and it's required to, would you like anything else? These are individual upsell items. I chose some, favorite burgers that we have, and some sides to upsell as well. Now, this one is if we're missing any of the items below. So individually, those are the items. So again, if I don't have any of these items, I'm going to go ahead and prompt them as part of this profile we've created here. And lastly, for the kiosk, I've created this one just called Hawaiian. Would you like to add our favorite burger? Okay. And the assigned item is the Hawaiian burger. And in this case, I selected missing all items listed below. So if I am missing the Hawaiian burger and regular fries, part of my order, this profile will be generated, and you'll see that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and skip these for now, and I'm going to go into the upsell group. I'm going to go ahead and select my kiosk upsell group. Okay, so again, we're required to name this group, and then you have 3 options. So prompt first will be basically the first group in order, which one is not fulfilled. So for example, I didn't have a drink with my order. This upsell profile will appear first and only then. If I then have prompt until yes, and I didn't have a drink, but I didn't want a drink with that order, I can say no thanks, and then they'll be prompted with the next element, which in this case will be a dessert if I didn't have a dessert on there, or whatever I set for that particular profile, and so forth, extra, and then Hawaiian. So those are all the settings. If you're going to have multiple groups multiple profiles as part of your upselling groups, you'll want to do this one. Again, it depends on the customer base, where they are. Some customers may get agitated for being prompted all these upsells. So you got to consider that as well, where you're located and what type of customer base that you have. In this case, I'm just going to try to upsell you everything, and I'm going to just be using prompt until yes. But keep in mind, if you just want to prompt the first one that meets any of the requirements within that profile, then those will be prompted. Once you say no to that, you won't be prompted for any others. And lastly, if there's something comes up, you're making some edits or something like that, and you just want to stop upsell profiles for a given amount of time, you can just change this profile to no prompt, and it will not prompt those profiles. On the kiosk, or you can just simply delete the group and unassign it. That way, they're not prompted. And lastly, you'll have to publish, after making any of these changes. So now, what we'll do here is I'm going to turn over to the kiosk and show you what some of those will look like. Let me just publish just in case I haven't already done so. Okay. All right, so this is our kiosk here. I'm going to go ahead and log in. As you can see here, we are, I'm sorry. I did forget one key piece that we do have to do. Sorry about that. So this upsell group is created. You will have to go to location setup and app ordering, and you'll go ahead and we're going to go ahead and select that upsell group as part of the kiosk. So you can see my menu group is burger demo, and I'm assigning this kiosk upsell group. Okay, sorry about that. All right, as you can see here, I am in the kiosk, and you can see that I am in the burger menu here. So I'm going to go ahead and just start out with a classic burger here. I'm going to go ahead and select that. I'm going to go ahead and fulfill that, and it looks like I'm missing my burger temp there, and I'll add it to my order. So let's go and try to check out and see what happens. So as you can see, the first profile hit, which was the drink profile. I didn't have, as clearly seen here, I didn't have a drink associated with my order. So I can either select one of those three: fountain soda, tea, or coffee. And lastly, I can go to the entire drink section and see everything that's available. So as you can see there, you can see all the drinks there. Now that would have, if I select one of those, that would have sufficed for that upsell. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and this time I'm going to go ahead and order the same burger again. And this time I will add the drink. Oh, and I'll say I want a tea and add that to the order. And you can see there that I had a drink and I also had an item. I'm going to go ahead and prompt desserts. So would you like a dessert? This will take me to my dessert menu, and you can see the desserts populate there, and I can simply say, ooh, this looks good, and add it to your order. Okay, so let's take a look at any of those other scenarios there so we can replicate. All right, so let's say extras. Okay, so this one in particular, if I am missing any of these items below, you will get prompted for this extras field. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get that to work. So I'm going to say I have, wait, let me see. Okay, I have a classic burger again. Adding that to the order. I'm going to go ahead and select the brownie And I will also select a tea, and we'll see what happens now. So I have a burger, a dessert, and a drink. I'll go ahead and hit checkout. Now, we did populate that would you like anything else profile, which would give me some of the things that I consider a favorite here in my location. So you can then have another opportunity there to upsell this customer. So we have some really good onion rings, and you've just upsold $2 there for that order. Okay, we'll go ahead and quit again, and there was one more profile there created. So this one is if we're missing a Hawaiian burger and regular fries. Okay, so I can replicate that exact same order. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hit a drink, and okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and take it up a step here and say onion rings, right? So I've added onion rings. I have a burger, soda. Sorry, this was remove and dessert. Okay, so I have a burger, soda, dessert, and a side of onion rings. I'm going to go ahead and check out and see what we generate this time. Oh, I think I might have Hawaiian regular fries. Okay, sorry. I think I might have ordered something incorrect. But as you can see, you are since I did have the prompt until yes selection and I hit no thanks, you do see the Hawaiian burger. Now, if I quit this invoice here and I just go ahead and I can look through all those selections since I have prompt until yes. So I'll click on checkout. You can click no thanks, no thanks, no thanks, and no thanks. Those are all four of the upsell profiles that were part of my upsell group assigned to this kiosk order. So as you can see, it's very powerful. You can make tons of suggestions based on what the customers select as they order. Once they click on checkout, the system will take a look through all those profiles, see what's missing, and try to generate an upsell or suggestive selling there of what you've generated there. So very powerful. Merchants can definitely get extra income with this feature. Okay, so that was Kiosk. We're going to go ahead and show you online ordering. Just going to go ahead and very similar to what we did with Kiosk. I just named it all online ordering and then a couple different profiles there. We want to have this a little different than Kiosk. I want different suggestions. So this one, would you like any of our specialty appetizers? Okay. So this one I just have sections, upsell anything from the appetizers section. And then of course if you're missing an appetizer, we want to prompt that appetizer. All right. And we have in this one here, I combined drinks and desserts as a profile. So I do have this one combined. So it only fulfills so for example, this one, if you're missing anything from the drink section or anything from the sweet section, you will get prompted to go to the drinks section or individual items. And this one, I just put Coca-Cola and brownie bites as a drink or a dessert there that you can select. Next profile here. So what you would have, would you like try one of our subs or pasta? So in this one here, if you're missing anything from the missing sections of sub and pasta, you'll get prompted for any of these individual items. The section that contain sub and pasta are a little larger than this list here, but I only wanted to, let's say, show my favorites of those particular items, or maybe what I make the most money on. And again, assign tags is always a great option if you have tons and tons of items in your menu and you want to upsell those. Maybe it's items that don't sell that well that you want to do with that. So again, very powerful. And lastly, I do have this wings upsell profile. Okay, as you can see here, I have, if you're missing the app section, anything from the app section or anything from the chicken wings section, you'll be prompted for these individual items. And then as the prompt here, it's try the best wings in town. Now, again, similar to Kiosk, to what we did with Kiosk, we have to do this for online ordering. So online ordering. And now you're going to go ahead to the online ordering section, scroll all the way down. So you can see here, I am in the pizza demo menu group. I am no longer in the burger menu. I am tagging this upsell group, and we should be okay to run some tests. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my online ordering site. And I just refreshed this screen here. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down, and I am just on your site to order a meat lover's pizza. I'm going to select carry out. I'm going to select the 12-inch, and I'm just going to go ahead and add this to my order. This is all I want. So I'm going to go ahead and click on checkout. As you can see here, I had nothing on there besides that one pizza. I'm getting prompted if I wanted to add a drink or dessert, or so you have those options there. If I click on drinks, it's going to go ahead and go back into drinks. Then again, this right here in particular, you didn't fulfill any of those requirements. So we got prompted for wings. Okay, and you can see there we were missing something from the sections from the apps section or from the chicken wings section. Okay, just hit no thanks there. Then you have the other profile there, deluxe sub, spaghettis, lasagna. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and restart the order, and let's just do this without hitting no thanks. I'm going to go ahead and select that pizza again, carry out, add to order, and let's just see here. Okay, let's order something from the apps section. Oh, sorry, it looks like we're not prompting here the app section of this menu. That's okay, I'll just go ahead and skip that, and we'll go ahead and do a dessert. Go ahead and add that to my order. I'll go ahead and click on checkout. As you can see here, we are prompting for the wings first. So you can go ahead, order 8-piece wings there with ranch, and we'll go ahead with boneless. You've made a $5.99 upsell there with those profiles. So that's online order, very similar, different groups created. So I have different menu groups in this particular site that I'm testing with or showing you guys with. So a lot of different things that you can do with the menus, with the upsells. You can make a lot of extra profits with these new features. Lastly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the guest app, which can combine both of these profiles. And you'll know what I mean once I show you. Just give me a second here. Okay, so this works. Okay, so here it is. This is my location. Let me try to shrink this here so we can fit it on the screen. Okay, so here it is. Want to order from your phone, and you can see that Steve's demo and Gold's restaurant there. That, as you guys know, is um, skip the line feature and not online ordering. So we're going to see this first. I'm going to go ahead and click on Gold's restaurant. I'm going to go ahead and hit skip the line. Oh, it looks like I have to oh no, never mind. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and select this classic burger as we did on the kiosk. So again, this is actually using the kiosk profile since it skipped the line, which is in store. Okay, gonna go ahead and click on checkout, and there, as you can see, there's the same profiles that we saw on kiosk. So you can click on no thanks, so you can see all of them. And again, if you do add a drink or something like that, the profiles will change depending on what you fulfilled in each. So that was actually skip the line. So we're going to go ahead and actually hit explore. We're nowhere near the site. Let's pretend we're not near the site and we can't do skip the line. So I'm going to go ahead, click explore. I'm going to find this Gold's restaurant location. And sorry, am I missing it here? Oh, sorry, it's all the way at the top. I'm going to go ahead and click on order now. And I'm going to go ahead and select this store. I'm going to go ahead and select carry out. I'm going to order as soon as possible. I'm going to hit continue. And there you can see that we have the pizza demo is no longer the burger demo. Okay, so that means we're ordering online. We're using the online profile versus the kiosk profile that I had created. So pretty cool. You can go ahead and order something here. Okay, just going to go ahead and add to order, and I'm going to go ahead and click on checkout. And there you can see this is actually a different prompt, I believe, than what we saw previously, since depending on whatever you selected. You can go ahead and click on drinks. You can go to that drink section, add that fountain soda, the size, add to order. So again, as you guys see, there's a lot of flexibility. You can do many different things, many different profiles, create a bunch of different groups, and select which ones you want to assign to which ones, depending on which menu groups or which time frames that you want to display things. So there's a ton of stuff. You can do it by time. So if if you have breakfast, you can create a breakfast profile. You can create a lunch profile, dinner profile. You can just do various things with this. Very powerful tool. Okay, so I'll just take a look to see if there's any questions here. Okay, it looks like there are no questions at this time. So we're going to go ahead and just go to the next thing here, which is, looks like some questions just came in. So the first one here is upsell features on the cashier ordering side. At this time, there are not, but we do want to add, at some point, we want to add more reporting based on upselling and, kind of generate, how these upselling is helping businesses add more, more revenue. The second question is very similar. Upsell profiles be available in the POS. Again, at this time, we don't have that feature. Something we can look into it, future expansions of this as well. It might have to behave a little differently since this is cashier-based and not customer-based, but something we can start thinking about. All right, so next, there's been a little bit of a schedule change. There's a few, issues we had with some dates here. We were originally going to do this, this next session here next week, but since holiday switches and everything like that, we've had a few setbacks. So the next Did You Know session is for 5:15 on February 10th, as well as Open SimSim wanted to give you guys some updates. That was originally scheduled for February 10th. I'm going to speak to them to see if I can get them to appear for next week, and we'll definitely let you know. We'll send out the invites if we are going to have that session for February 3rd, depending on what I hear back. All right. And that pretty much wraps it up for today's Did You Know session. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all the material we covered today, and hopefully give you guys some powerful tools to go out there and show your customers and merchants. Thank you.